And we're live.
Without
Yes,
the mask this time.
without the mask this time. You can see it. Mm, 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 mm. What Nas said, what Nas say, the kid got his chipped 2 feet. What you bitches gotta say about that? I can't talk. I can't
You gotta
talk
get
that
used to it. You gotta
good.
get used to it first.
Yes, because baby, trying to talk with these motherfuckers sitting up at the top of my mouth. Woo!
So your jaw will have to adjust, and then your smile will get a lot more natural.
Yeah, because I can't do it. Like I've been
'Cause
trying.
you look like you straightened, like you smile so hard. like, like
Like,
that's not.
I don't be smiling like that. So it'd be like, so when I finally started, like when I finally got up there and tried to start smiling the day of, I'm like, how am I? Because I was in pain. My mouth was starting to fucking hurt. And I'm like, and then I'm just looking like I was a kid that was taking a goddamn picture for a school day. Like that's how I do.
I mean, you'll get it. Did you tweet this out already?
No, I'm about to now, as a matter of
Okay.
fact.
'Cause I just need to be able to access the link on my laptop so I can
Okay,
keep.
I'm about to tweet it out right now.
Yeah, I just need to keep track of the checks.
And
But I hope everybody is well, because honey, the pandemic still goes on, and
and I'm
those
sick of
people
it.
went to Fire Island anyway.
Like, I'm tired of the pandemic, honestly. Like, this is just too much for me. And I know, like, at least 5 people that have COVID-19, like, right now.
Hmm. And they try to still open shit up, but I mean, like, I
I just
understand
got
want to
out
open
the way.
shit up, but if y'all were just gonna open shit up now, we might as well just keep everything open this whole time.
And then, you know what? It's like, for me, like, everybody that I know that has COVID-19 or had it, it's the same. They be like, well, I don't have a sore throat. I don't have a cough. I'm just weak. My chest is kind of tight, but I'm getting better. It's not the horror stories that I heard. I don't know, but I'm tired of it, and I don't want no parts of it. Like no parts. I don't want COVID-19, even though I really believe that I had it already when I was real sick. Like I told you back in January, I really feel like that's what the fuck that was. Because they never told me what it was. They never said what was wrong with me. They just gave me some damn medicine and just pushed my ass on out the door. So I'm starting to think that's what it was.
I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. 'Cause
But
it
you know
is.
what really bothers me? The fact that I work in retail and these people really come in the stores with no fucking mask on, especially on holidays like 4th of July when everybody's in the fucking store. Could you at least put on a mask?
I'm like, it's the easiest thing. It's not like you have to like wear certain kind of clothes. We haven't got to the point where like we're not as you're not waiting outside anymore. At least not over here. You're not like the long lines waiting outside. Like all you have to do is just have the mask on.
Right. Pretty much. That's it.
Oh, somebody gave you some coin.
Oh, oh, thank you, Michelle's daughter.
If y'all hear me clapping, it's because this damn dog keep fucking with me, and I'm trying not to whip his behind.
Oh my God.
I gotta
I
get
think
him
my mom just pulled it up. Give me 1 second, because y'all know it's my mama birthday. Happy birthday to my mama.
right.
Just turned 25.
So if she's 25, then there's somewhere you lying somewhere.
But look,
Somebody.
I'll be back. Jamar, just talk to them for a second. I'll be right back. I'm about to go see. Because I haven't seen my mama all day. She's been at work. I'll be right back.
Okay. How
Mute.
many people we got up in here? 10 people. So y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a prelude. Well, a prelude on the prelude of like the main topic that I want to talk about today. In reference to boundaries and the importance of setting those boundaries when it comes to relationships, friendships, or what have you. Because a couple weeks, well, what was this? No, towards the end of June, I was telling Scotty about a situation where my boundaries were tried. And I've always been the type of person that wanted to give people the better benefit of the doubt because I cared for people. I always gave them second, third chances. Always gave them wiggle room to, fix it and reach out. Like, eventually, it's like that shit gets taxing. That shit gets taxing as fuck, and you just have to learn to let go. So I am excited to kind of expound more on that. Scott has gotten the whole story. Like when I was pissed, like for a whole weekend, I was just mad at the world because I felt so disrespected. So I'm excited to expound on that. That's going to be my topic this week. And we got a lot of fuckery to talk about because the news, it just seems like, especially when it comes to political office, this whole thing is just a joke. It has just lost ever since November of 2016? Well, more or less January of 2017. All the politics and that whole White House has just been a joke. Anything that's just come out of there has just been a farce, fallacy, and fuckery. Honest and hold on. Let me actually look and see which others. We'll talk about Babella. We're gonna talk about that situation. I ain't gonna put his name out there, even though I should. But I just want to talk about the situation and why I feel like it's something that a lot of people need to sort of tell themselves. I feel like a lot of us are like me and kind of walk around and are considered people pleasers. I know I am. I'm very non-confrontational. So if I care about somebody, I try to take every avenue to appease them, please them, make them happy, make them like me more. And in that whole process, you find out like people be using you, people will abuse that, they will toss you and only try to reach out to you when they want something. It's toxic. So yes, everybody hit the like button. I have my my Jack Daniels in this little frilly pink cup.
Okay, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
We surprised my mother just now. That's why I walked away for a second. My sister did this. I don't know if you can. Damn.
Oh, that's cute. I'll have to watch that later. They may not be able to see it well on the. Is it just a picture or a video?
It's a picture.
Oh, okay.
That was on I just put it on my Snapchat, but yeah.
But
So
I just gave them like a preview of what we were going to talk about, and like a trailer of that situation that we talked about a couple weeks ago, and why.
okay.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why I wanted to talk about boundaries and the importance of those. So.
We can go there. So
So
but like you said, we got a nice little show tonight for you guys. We're gonna have a good little show. So hold on, Scotty, you got yes, I got them fixed.
we gotta. We gonna work on that. We gonna work on that part.
I'm still trying to get used to them, but like I thought I couldn't eat nothing, but I guess after my mother gave me those meds yesterday, it was like a muscle relaxer, and she gave me something else. The soreness went away, and I could eat like I wanted
Do
to
you have
eat.
to be like careful about biting down on things about them cracking? Do you have to do like any maintenance?
Uh huh.
Uh, that's be the kicker.
Yeah, like I'm trying not to, bite too hard, you know, on anything. So, but it doesn't hurt to try to bypass it at the same time. It doesn't hurt. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You can?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can't. I
Cool.
couldn't hear you at first because of these earphones. But yeah. How do you feel now? Hasn't it? Oh, it's giving me a confidence boost. It really has. Cause let's be real. All the niggas that I used to talk to that ain't talked to me in forever, they in my inbox right the fuck now. So yeah, like I'm
You
a new
surprised,
bitch.
yeah. Like your teeth make everything look better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why I just can't? I'm not done with mine.
You not? I'm not necessarily done with mine either. Did I tell you that though?
Yeah, you
Cause
told
they,
me you have to
yeah,
do
they
two.
got the
Yeah,
this
on
one,
the sides.
yeah. So, but it's taking me a while to get used to because at first I said, damn, I look like Bugs Bunny by now. Damn. But then sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I don't look, so bad. I guess it's just the way I hold my mouth probably makes it look that way. I don't know. Because I'm used to holding my mouth a certain kind of way because when my teeth was messed up, you know what I'm saying? I used to hold my mouth a certain type of way so when nobody noticed it. So I'm still trying not to I'm trying not to hold my mouth like that, but I got so accustomed to holding my mouth like
It's all an adjustment.
that. Right. And Nico thought, who you blocking, Nico? Because I ain't seen nobody. I ain't seen no comment. I hope ain't nobody trying to start no
How it's
shit.
gonna affect other. Ooh,
Oh, I hope it doesn't affect us. You didn't have to put me out there like that, but you didn't have to put me out there like that now. You did, but you did. But it's okay. That I was thinking the same thing after I got them done. I ain't gonna lie, that's the first thing my nasty ass was thinking about.
the first thing first. Whore.
Listen, you
I'm
know,
listening.
you know, I haven't. We're not gonna go there tonight. We not. We're gonna have to go. We'll go there when it's time for an after dark. And I've really been thinking about that after dark segment we've been
I forgot
discussing.
about that. Oh, child.
I've really been thinking about that. I'm thinking what we can do for that one night. We got, of course, me and you. Then I put giving you the real tea in there because they love this type of shit. They'll talk about all the experiences. Giving you the real tea. Yes, bitch TV, L Teddy, probably Foy, and if he can, it's me B, and the cat's meow. All of us will do
Oh, that's
after.
See, my thing is, if I did the after dark, it wouldn't be so much like hot and steamy. It would be like, let me tell you these blundering, horrible sex stories that I have around my.
Yeah, it don't always have to just be about the best sex stories. We can talk about the worst sex stories, okay? Because I got plenty of those.
The, mm, I feel like I'm a virgin again. It's been so long.
Listen,
Well,
okay.
anyways, um,
You ready to start the show?
yes,
It's
I
so.
wanted we wanted to get the quick hot topic shit up out the way and then leave the latter half of the show for the main topic. So the first point that I have written down here is I don't know if y'all know, but we have had a brand new running in the presidential 2020 election of this year by name of Kanye West. And I thought it was bullshit. And
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's bullshit. But
So do I, because he
he
not
picked
the
a running mate and everything. I'm like, wait,
He did? Now I didn't know he did all that
oh
shit.
yes. Oh yes. And he's not going under a Democratic Party or Republican Party. Guess what his party is called? It don't even
Independent?
make no sense. He's going under the birthday party. This is why I said, while you were gone. I say anything that's just since January of 2017, when what's his face that got up in there. Ever since then, the political parties and just the government, the presidency, the White House, all of it has just been one big clown act since he's been in there. Since when have you even considered someone as Looney Tune as Kanye West to be anywhere considered a politician for the running of the president of these United States, all 50?
I guess they feel like because, okay, ratchet ass, tangerine face ass Donald Trump won the battle, so I guess I can do the same damn thing. Bitch, please. Get out
No,
of here.
no, no. Y'all want to see? I think I want to show them a video. Well, not a video, but a picture that they have of his running mate. She looked like that.
And it's she.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
What's her name? Do they have her name here? I'm sure that. Let's see. Or do they just have her picture? Oh, Michelle Tidball, a 57-year-old preacher from Cody, Wyoming.
And from the most random states, Wyoming. What is?
I don't know how well y'all can see her.
Oh, we can see it, baby, and it's a hot ass mess.
But this is gonna be y'all president and vice president. The person who called himself a god wants to be president. The one wasn't he the one that said slavery was a choice?
I think he was the one. He just stupid as fuck. Like Kanye be saying stupid shit. He's always saying stupid ass.
Can you imagine Kim Kardashian, the first lady of the United States? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We are already the laughing stock. We of the fucking world. We can't.
We already are a joke because we the ones that got all the damn. We the ones who can't control the pandemic right now. These other countries is already up and running. We still walking around here having to wear a mask for the next couple of months because let's just be honest, we don't know how long this shit gonna be going on. This might end up being a new normal for a while, and I hate that.
At least it's happening during a time. Well, at the end of this man's presidency, so that maybe by the beginning of next year, we might be able to get somewhat closer to a normalcy. Because if you notice, when you remember, when West Nile and Ebola hit parts of the world, that ain't really hit over here. You know why it didn't hit over here? Because the president that we had at the time put things in place, put people in place, procedures, so that we didn't have to worry about that. This motherfucker said it's not real.
Didn't even suggest.
And here we are being real.
Suggested that people drink disinfectant and shit like that. Like, what? Really? Now, when Ebola was out and the swine flu and shit like that was out, it wasn't there. It didn't last that long. It didn't last that long. It wasn't the only thing we talked about on the news. We was just being precautious, if that's the word. Cautious. My bad. I think that's the right word. Cautious. But now it's what it is. Like, and you know what? Another thing is, when it comes down to it, I kind of blame the people too because they really not taking it seriously and they listening to this dumbass talking about it's fake. It's not fake. It's serious. They going to these clubs and shit like that with all these damn people around with no mask on and all this other shit. I don't give a fuck if I'm not going to no bar. I'm not going to no club right now. I'm just not. Y'all can leave me out of it.
Trust me, I miss them. I do, but even if you try to go right now, you're not going to get the same experience that you got before.
Not.
So you might as well just wait. Do your little house parties or house gatherings or whatever, and just.
And even when you do those, you got to keep it to a minimum.
Well, we don't fuck with many people anyway, so that's easy for us to do. That's easy for us to do. But yeah, Kanye said, "Oh, go ahead."
I'm if Trump can't handle this shit, what the fuck make Kanye think that he has the brain capacity to run a country? I, I just
I mean, the same thing that gives him the brain capacity to think he's a god.
let's move on before I dig into his ugly
I
ass.
do want to say this though beforehand because somebody pointed this out. In relation to Kanye running, and he's trying to denounce his support of Trump. Like, no, I feel like him being there is just another tactic for us to split votes away from Joe Biden, who was
Mm-hmm.
the only person that we can vote for to remove Trump from office. We may not all like Joe Biden for our own reasons, but damn it,
We just want Trump out.
this is what we got. So they're trying to split votes from voting for damn Kanye, knowing damn well he ain't gonna win, and then Trump wins again. No.
Here's my thing though. It's like when it comes down, it's just like when he won, when Trump won, people didn't want to vote for Hillary. So it's kind of like because I don't want to vote for Hillary, I'm gonna vote for Trump. I don't want to vote for Hillary either. Honestly, I didn't even vote for her in the primaries. I voted for Bernie. I didn't vote for Hillary. But when it came down to it, for the president race, I voted for Hillary. Anybody but Trump. So I guess when it comes down to it, I guess when voting comes around again, I gotta walk around with that same shirt I bought when I first came to Houston to come see you and go to the concert that said nobody for president. I guess I got to wear that shirt because listen, I miss like
I mean, yeah. So y'all go out there, please register. We got a job to do because if we want our Black Lives Matter movement to keep going forward, if we want the coronavirus to somewhat get under control, we got to get the right people in the right positions of power. Amen.
because the people that we fucking got ain't cutting it. They're just not
Clearly,
cutting
as you can look outside and see.
it. You ain't cutting it. Period. And
So,
then, you know, oh, by the way, shout out to Mississippi. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm at. Shout out to Mississippi for finally changing the fucking flag. We should have been changing the flag a long time ago. We always late to something. So shout out to Mississippi. Um, yeah.
right
We
before.
tried we tried to change the flag years ago though. I was in middle school when they did that. We tried to change the flag years ago, but it didn't happen.
What was the flag originally?
It's a Confederate flag.
Oh.
Yeah, they wanted to change that flag back when I was in middle school. That was over a decade ago. They had to go vote and all that stuff, and the people came out. It remained the Confederate flag. And let me tell you, the Karens and the Peters, they're pissed because their flag has changed. The
Girl,
Karens and the Peters, they're mad.
girl,
But it
stay
is what
mad, Juan.
it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Stay mad, bitch. The flag is got talking about if y'all don't like it, y'all can leave. No, bitch, if you don't like it, you leave because the flag has changed. The flag
And my
y'all
thing
got
is,
no more.
I don't want to dive too far because then I don't want to go to the point of no return. But if they talk about how we don't like it, that we can leave, first of all, we didn't ask to be here in the first place.
Oh,
That's number
hey,
one.
Teddy.
Secondly, you are not a native of here either. So you can go back to the Caucasus Mountains, you can go back to Europe, you can go back to wherever the fuck Columbus came from, trying to pretend like he discovered new shit when there were people already here. Okay? So, I mean, you say go back. Are you going to pay for my airfare? Are you going to pay for my moving fees? Like, no. Like, y'all colonized the native group of people. Y'all weren't bathing, by the way. They taught them how to bathe. Quiet as it's kept. They were not bathing. So you were funky. You were stinky. The only reason that y'all were able to, progress is because they had better weapons and they were more peaceful people. So they weren't really like trying to oppose the shit. but y'all took over like y'all like to do. Girl, next topic, because
Baby, listen.
I was about to start reading.
A whole nother topic. Okay? A whole nother topic. Let's just what's
Woo!
next?
Michelle's daughter asked me what I was drinking. I'm drinking Jack Daniels.
That's probably why he going in the way he is.
Because that is the most frustrating thing. Like, they can tell us where to go when we even asked to be here in the first place. We were minding our business. We were minding our black ass business.
Exactly.
And y'all came over here, stripped us of our culture, of our language, of our names, and just said y'all gonna work here for free under these horrible conditions. But then when we say, hey, let's try to live like other human beings, let us try to have like some sort of way of life. No, girl. Anyway, August Alsina and Jason. Because I'm not about to sit here and just go off like this. I don't know where.
Now, okay. Jada Pinkett Smith and September Flop Singer. Okay.
Never mind. Go ahead.
So he did an interview with Angela Yee, her weak ass, and he discussed his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, and he said that he got permission from Will to be with her, to love her, and everything else under the sun. Basically confirming what the rumors were for the last couple of years, which was that Jada and August had a relationship that was deeper than just friendship or mentorship. Everybody was thinking that they were sleeping together or that they was in a relationship. And he pretty much confirmed that when he sat there with Angela Yee with her weak ass and did that interview with her.
She gotta keep being a weak ass.
Um, then Jada came out and denied all of August's allegations and said that she's going to take herself to the red table and yada yada yada. After she said that, August came back and said and debunked her claims of it not being true and said that he gave Will and Jada courtesy calls before his interview with Angela Yee to let them know what he was going to say and what he was going to reveal. But Jada's still saying the shit ain't true.
I
Now what you
mean, I there's actually an argument for both sides, because it's not a surprise that Will and Jada just fuck whoever they want to fuck, and they just let the other person know that I'm fucking them. Like, somebody put that clip out, and where they had the red table talk with Will and Gravy, and I don't know who they had a special guest, but she was like, "Look, if we gonna be together, we're gonna be at the same roof. But sometimes you may be over on this side with somebody, and I'm gonna be on this side with somebody. Like, this is not new. Like, her being with other people, them being with other people while they're still being married to each other is not new. Now, I
I,
didn't.
wait. Not to cut you off. I also have to bring this up too.
What?
Will also denied ever giving his blessing. Continue.
Well, how I didn't catch wind of this when this was happening, probably because I didn't give a fuck. But how old is August Alsina?
Let me, because he shouldn't be too far from us in age. So let's
Because
see
I'm
where.
like, Jada is. I don't know if Jada's hit 50 yet,
Let
but
me see.
it's a little strange that
Let's
she
see.
would.
Let's see.
I mean, I'm sure he was an adult and legal adult by then.
He's
But
27.
and when were these? When did this whole thing happen allegedly? How
Roughly
many?
2 years ago.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think it's completely far fetched.
I
Now,
it's been in the news. It's been in the streets and the blogs for the longest time that Will and Jada fuck each other and everybody else they want to fuck. That's been the tea. Everybody been saying it. They've been saying they swingers and all of this shit. There's been rumors about Will laying the pipe down on Dwayne Martin. I don't know how true that is, but that's what the streets say. I ain't saying it's in the Bible. I ain't saying that it's true. I'm not saying it's in the church hymns. I'm
I mean, okay, you know what? I was looking at the situation. What I made me think of. Did you see Messy Miles tweet? His shady ass go put a clip of August Alsina and like just showing his hair, and then he said that he was wearing the damn Keisha Cole "I should have cheated" hair, and they could put the clip side by side. I can't stand Miles. I need to unfollow him.
He kills me every day. I
Shit. That's so fucking rude.
swear. Like for real.
But you know what? But then I looked at it now. I'm like, damn. Now I cannot see it. Now I cannot see it.
But do you think August is lying on Jada, or do you think Jada is lying, or do you think it's lies to go around between the both of them?
I feel like there's a honestly, I feel like there's a truth to both. I
Okay.
feel like that they had a situation going on. I, I feel like that Jada probably just wanted some D and that was it. I feel like it was just D for Jada, but August probably thought it was something more and it wasn't. And I think he may have gotten the okay to maybe have sex with her, but I don't think he got the okay to have a full blown relationship with her. That's because I mean, it's not like I said, it's not completely far fetched for her to sleep with other people. And it's not. I feel like August has no reason to lie about that. I don't feel like August has a reason to lie about that. I just feel like the terms and conditions weren't completely agreed upon.
Do you think that August is messy for putting it out there? And you know he has an album coming out too. That's why.
Don't nobody care about that album. I feel like August Alsina just been disappearing and then reappearing out of nowhere. And I was about to ask, like, have we confirmed that or not, whether or not his orientation is straight or not?
Is it really trade with those hairdos?
Because I mean, like him and Takashi 6ix9ine and these goddamn lace fronts. I'm just like, is this the new metrosexual wave? Like, is this what we're doing?
Baby,
'Cause
I listen. I have no clue. I
I,
don't know.
I I just feel like there were the terms and conditions of whatever the situation that August and Jada had was misunderstood on both parts.
I kind of, you know what? I kind of agree with you, and I kind of believe that he's doing this to sell a record because he hasn't sold any records since his first album. Because that's the first and last album I bought from him. I don't recall anything else he did after that.
Like,
So
if you
I
pointed a
don't
gun
think
to my head, oh, go ahead.
I don't think he's lying though. You know what I mean? I don't think he's lying about it. But maybe they should have if it is an arrangement that was going on, maybe they should have had him sign like a NDA or some shit like that.
Something, because I mean,
They're
if
gonna hit me.
anything, they both benefit. He can sell his album. She can promote her Facebook show. They're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be what it is. They get their ratings. It'll fall out the news, and no one will care no more. Because, like I said, if you put a gun to my head right now, I could not tell you a single August Alsina song.
You can't? You don't know
If you play it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've heard that song. But if you want me to say name the song right now, I'm like,
that? I
I did.
cannot.
What was the uh I don't or something, girl, I don't know.
I love this shit. Is that song you talking about?
Probably.
with Trinidad James, and he did like a remix on it with Trey Songz and Chris Brown.
Sure.
Cause that's his most known song.
Mm.
That's his most known song, to be honest.
Didn't he have a song with Nicki?
Yes, called No Love. It was a remix.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
That was one of his songs too.
I like that one. But
You never heard on my tattoos either?
Who?
Kissing on my tattoos. Hey Terrence.
Like honestly, whenever I think about Assassino, I just think of his lips.
Well, you know what I think about.
What do you think about?
Let's just say if Jada did have sex with him, I don't blame her. If you've seen what he's working with below. It's like a railroad sausage that's wrapped around.
I'm trying.
And he pulled out of his underwear like a light.
Be shady. Thou shall not be shady.
Yes, thou shall not be fucking shady, bitch, because I know you're gonna be shady. But you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because y'all be listening to Scotty. Scotty will make you feel like I am just a corpus of shade and just this horrible person, but that's not who I am.
Bitch, I wish you would stop lying.
We are the sweet Mother Teresa.
See, you a Scorpio, and you Scorpio bitches lie, just like Phaedra. Y'all sit up and you sit up and lie and want to act like you're not shady when you know that you are. Stop lying.
Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna say it because it was on my spirit. I was like, as I was thinking, like when you said, you know what I think about, because I'm like, I mean, on one hand, you like.
See, we're not going there. Let's go to the next topic.
See, that's
because I already know where you're going. I already know where you're going, and we ain't doing it.
Bitch, I'm confused. Bitch, I'm confused.
We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. Because I already told you it could go either way for me. But we're not gonna do this. Not today.
Well, I mean, because of that, I didn't know what you were talking about. That's why I had to ask. What do you think about?
Hey, so you know I want to talk about that.
Well, huh? What was it? What you say?
I said he ain't got no ass, so you know I want to talk about that.
How did we confirm? When did we confirm this?
Oh, I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it.
Bella Dior said I give subtle shade. I don't know what you're talking about.
They know. I'm not crazy. They know.
I don't know what any of you are talking about. I call fake news.
Oh, okay. Okay, Phaedra. All right.
How dare you?
Topic, Phaedra.
Fucking bitch. Okay, so we're gonna quickly glaze over the second episode of G Status ATL since we both did our individual reviews. Child, make sure y'all go check. Let me tell you this. I am actually very happy. I thought that my little raggedy ass channel over there in the corner of the internet, right over there, when I did these videos, I thought it was gonna get like a cute little, maybe 100 here, 2 in there. Bitch, the girls are living for G Status.
I told you.
I said,
I told you. I told you. I told you, but you don't listen. I told you. Because I saw your numbers. I'm like, Then he posted
okay.
on their story too. I'm like, I get that motherfucking visibility like you want to. Get it.
Now you saw that that Ike had commented on one of my pictures, and then
I
Roman
don't care nothing about I comment on your motherfucking pictures, bitch.
and
I don't care.
and then Roman put my story. So I feel like that gives me access to his DMs. I feel like I'll get further than Tremel did because he's Tremel, and then I'm me, and you know, Roman is fine as fuck.
You don't realize that I turned the camera off.
Oh, I
Right?
realized it. I just kept going. Uh, I realized it. I just kept going. I said, "Well, he's supposed to run off at the mouth. Yeah, I will." But yes, we love Roman. We love Ike. I love Redrick. 4 and just December can choke on bleach. I love Delicious. I love Gerard. Akeem needs to still fix his eyebrows.
How to talk.
Ooh, you need to watch Brandon's Instagram live video he posted.
What happened?
Because I thought it was weird. I'm like, okay, so if you remember, when they were first trying to promote this season last fall, he was a cast member.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
He's no longer a cast member. Huh?
Brandon?
Brandon.
Oh.
And if you notice, when he got up and introduced himself at that dinner, they, for whatever reason, bleeped out his last name. They let him say Brandon, but they bleeped out his last name for some reason.
Hmm. So he was supposed to actually be a cast member.
He was supposed to be a cast member. They were trying to build, he filmed for 3 months, didn't get paid, and they were trying to build this whole storyline of him being the villain.
Are you serious? I
All,
didn't know
all
that.
he was spilled in Brandon's Instagram live. Go to Brandon Carson's Instagram. He did a live video. It is posted on his feed. It's 18 minutes long of him spilling tea.
Oh my God. I don't even follow him. I'm gonna follow him though. Just for that reason right there. I'm gonna follow him.
And he was reading 678, whatever her name is, trying to talk about he didn't know her name, but then played the clip of the production that he was supposed to be in, like it was supposed to be a dig, and it actually promoted it because we all lived for it at the time. That's not shade. About him was everything at the time.
It
So
was.
we know who Brandon is. We know who Sherrod is. We want to know who Roman is now. If we don't know, we do now. So, but after whatever this episode was, after you talk about you getting flyed out to MTV and what all that other bullshit, you still came on there with a do-rag, with
Right.
no shading people out of nowhere when all they did was just introduce themselves. When he was going to shout out to Delicious because she showed me love too on Instagram. Came at her out of fucking blue sky, and all she was trying to do was show Redrick love. Say, hey, we're androgynous people in the LGBT community. We need to link up, but you have a problem with her.
And he can't this is my thing with Silk the Shocker. I just feel like he just came on the show just to be shady and just to be argumentative and just to start a bunch of BS that he ain't even got to start. Like, you say you're a rapper, but it's like, I don't know what that was.
And this was the only grace that I gave him. I felt like if they didn't put that beat behind him, because that was edited in, it may have sounded better because it was all offbeat.
It was.
All offbeat. And that was when I was still like getting to see who he was. That's when I was still like, oh, he's halfway attractive. I might be able to give him a bit of the doubt, but then he kept talking.
I even said that on mine. I said I would kiss him. I would.
For those maybe 10 to 15 minutes, yes. But after about 20, 30 minutes into the episode,
No. Too messy. Too messy. And then, so I get the feeling that Brandon was supposed to be on the show. So was the guy Lando and Zion. Were they supposed to be on the show too as like main characters?
I don't know. I do remember. Only reason I remember Brandon is because when I finished the first season and I saw that they were promoting the second one and they kind of announced the cast. Not too long after that, he was the only one that I really recognized. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this will be interesting."
Him and Devon are the most recognizable ones on there because I've seen Devon on Chasing Atlanta. So, and Akeem, I can give him that much. She was on Chasing Atlanta as well. So we know
Mhm.
them already. So it's kind of like when they started shade branding, I'm like, wait a minute now, how the fuck y'all gonna? If I know y'all watched about him, I know you did. Don't act like you
Black
did.
LGBT gay men, we watched about him. Okay, we watched about him. All right. Now y'all may
Like
not have watched about Justin and anything else after that,
I didn't.
but you watched about him because the shit was
About
good.
it
This
was.
that was like everybody's story, bro. What?
I know it was mine.
Babe, and who doesn't love some Gary LeVar? Because
Right.
baby, when that scene when they was in that bathroom and he was like, "Hey, eat my ass." Ooh!
Woo!
I said, "Bitch, what a time."
You probably like, I do it. I already know.
Shamelessly, shamelessly. You know, I got to meet him once, right? They
Bitch.
had the About Him finale tour. Him, Brandon, and Rico came to this showing in Houston where they played the finale when they was all doing what they were doing on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, baby, I could have took all three of them to my next topic, child. I'm gonna just spill all my business. Let me put this Jack Daniels down.
No, no. I don't want her to try to flag my video.
Child, with people. I will listen. As much as we can read Kaya down, that bitch is fun. She's entertaining. I hate to say that, but she is.
No
Oh, did you
comment.
see what she read, Lil Wayne?
Yes, I did see that. Horrible. Just horrible.
I was like, wow, she must really, because you remember she used to worship the ground he walked on back in the day.
Right, did. Really
So
did.
I mean, it's not like he doesn't deserve the reading, but it was just like, wow. It was just like I didn't expect it to come from her in the way that it
Right,
was.
I used to love her some Lil Wayne. Loved her some Lil Wayne. As far as I can remember, she did.
Whew. Anyway, child. But that was G Status. Y'all make sure to go check them out. I did DM they did DM me and say thank you for the support, and they were trying to get me and Scotty at the reunion if they have one.
What's that again?
I'm just saying. They was like they just sent me they sent a DM yesterday, so thank you for the review and all that stuff. And I said, well, if you have a reunion, me and Scotty would love to be in attendance. If such a thing like that could happen, and they said
Right.
yes, definitely going to keep you guys in mind. So
Look, I told y'all we trying to do some shit this year, okay? We trying to get it popping this year, okay? We got the Prelude series for now, then we got the podcast, then Jamar's also adjacent to the Justice League, and then he's doing these reviews for G status, and they're giving him. He's getting more visibility. He's becoming a part of the Yes God roundtable and shit like that. He's getting all of the visibility that he's supposed to get. And every time I see G status Instagram story and they be posting him, I'm like, "Yes, bitch, that's what I'm talking about. Post him.
Baby, that's cool. That's very dope because
Told you to just keep doing what you're doing and all that. So the resurgence of Jamar 84 is real around this bitch. He's
and I
coming
told
back.
you our guy followed me out of nowhere. Now I
Yeah,
know that Charlie followed you. He will never come over here. I'm surprised that our guy came over here. And Shirai showed me some love.
I was
Bro,
surprised that Charlie even followed me. I didn't say anything favorable about him. I was surprised he followed me on Instagram.
actually, you might check again. He might have followed you because you did the review and then unfollowed afterward after you read. Well, no, you just said you didn't like his music. That was the worst thing I remember you saying.
Yeah, I don't like
I mean, let me.
it.
Okay, parts of it are catchy. Because I would be lying if I didn't, sway side to side and kind of, do my little neck roll to Pussy Cunt. I'd be lying. I would be lying. But because of his shenanery, it kind of is like you make it so hard sometimes to.
And he's a cute guy. He is. He's nice to look at and everything. But he's just real shady. He's like too shady.
Not necessarily, because I remember I felt relatively indifferent to him last season.
Mhm.
I didn't. I wasn't necessarily a fan of him just trying to bring Shiraz's porn up at his event, though. But be that as it may, y'all go watch the show so that we can have these segments. Y'all go check out Scotty's and my reviews of the episodes. Y'all go check out Yas Bitch TV's reviews of the episode. I saw he put up his not too long ago. The show
I
was
think they're gonna have. I think they're gonna have a panel about the show. Sometime this week. I'm gonna see if you can be a part of that too. I
who
think
is
really,
that?
yes, bitch, and everybody else in that
Oh, okay.
in all of us we came together and we was like we're gonna do like a panel. Like unless you're available or whatnot, I'll let you know what's going on with it. We
I
haven't
should
got
be. If I
we
if
haven't
I
got a
make
date
it.
for it. We ain't got no date yet. I don't know when they plan to do it, but I'll let you know.
I think it would be good to do it like midway through the season and then at the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Because we used to do that anyway. Like we used to just come, like we all do our own separate reviews, and then we all would come together and talk about Atlanta. Well, not chasing Atlanta. I ain't know them then. Chasing Dallas and the come up and all of that stuff. So,
See, Joshua said that he can't stand Charlie and his stunt queen friend. Our guy has not done anything yet.
mm-hmm. I don't dislike him yet.
I'm not a fan of him being a such close association with Charlie, but he hasn't done anything yet.
Right.
So I'm not going. I felt like I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And honestly, I don't even blame Charlie for not going to that dinner because the dinner was a mess. Oh, and as per Brandon's Instagram live, the reason why Akeem was so late is because he didn't have no ride.
Next topic. That's all I got to say. That's all
Woo!
I
Okay, so what do I have for the next topic, John? So you told me today that Megan and Cardi are doing a song. Tell us more.
that's what the streets say now. I don't know when the song is coming out. I don't know what the song is about. All I know is that there is talk in the street that Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B are doing a collaboration. And I did hear another tip about it being a ladies' night esque type song. So it may not just be Cardi B, maybe Megan, Cardi B, and probably some other female rappers. I'm not sure, but we do know for a fact that those two are collaborating. Now, what do you think about it being a Megan and Cardi collabo or it being a ladies' night collabo? I do feel like we need one of those at this point.
If it is a ladies' night collab,
Mm-hmm.
I I still want them to include Nikki because at the time when Ladies Night came out, like it included who? Missy, Queen Latifah, the Brat. Like that song was a symbol of like black female rap unity, and we have not had that since. And I want to believe that Nicki and Cardi's dispute or whatever has died down relatively enough to where they're not going to. I think that they would not pass up a moment to recreate that kind of energy again
Right.
because it's great. Like, can you imagine, like Megan, Cardi, Nicki, depending on how you feel about her, Doja Cat. If Missy wants to come back and reprise her role, um, like it could really be. Look, they could bring even the newcomers like Saweetie.
That's what I was saying. Maybe like for me, I would say like if you had a ladies' night type of song for like the generation of today, because our generation was Lil Kim and all of them. My brother's generation, they haven't seen a ladies' night type of record. So if you want to do a song with just the girls of today, I would say, of course, Nicki. I mean, of course, Megan and Cardi. I'm kind of on the fence about the Nicki part though. But then again, Nicki should be a part of it because she is the Kim of like the standard
Yeah,
of
it
today.
wouldn't be
So
right without her.
yeah, So I would say Megan, Cardi, Nicki, the City Girls, maybe. I don't
Might as
care for
well.
them. I'm just asking. I don't care for them like that. City Girls, um, like you said, depending on how you feel about it. Doja Cat, uh,
Saweetie, Cash Doll.
Cash, not Cash Doll. But I guess, but who could sing the hook?
Cardi, not Cardi, Doja.
Maybe Lizzo could sing the hook.
I don't think they will allow Lizzo in that space
Why not?
because the majority of the public look at Lizzo as as like more of a pop singer and not so much of a rapper. I think she started her career in hip hop, but she progressed more so in uh, singing as opposed to rapping, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I would love to see her, but I feel like if it were to come out, I feel like that might be controversial. People may look at her like, why is she there? She's like this pop singer. She's not like a rapper like how Cardi, Megan.
I
Uh,
would want Michelle to sing, but that's just biasness to me. I know she'll never be able to do no record like that. That
you want who
you
to
know,
do what now?
I would want K Michelle to sing on the song, but I
Okay,
know that'll happen. I know
you
that'll
know,
never happen.
a
That'll
dream
never happen.
is a wish your heart makes.
I'm just saying. I know it would never happen though. I would want Tierra Whack to do the song too, but that's not her thing. Like Tierra Whack. I like her and Rhapsody, but those type of girls wouldn't do no song like that though. I think we got the right. I think we called the right names though. Cardi, Nicki, Megan, Sweetie, City Girls, Doja Cat. I think those are the right ones.
Yeah, that's if you want to make a hit. Cause child, anybody will.
Listen, I listen to a lot of flops, so most of the people that I would like to be a part of this would not be a part of it. So I can say that. But just like we on another ladies' night, have another hey Billy B. When are you gonna do the me and Jamar was just talking about you talking about doing a panel to discuss G status. When are you gonna do it? Um we should have another Heartbreak Hotel too. We haven't seen no women do that either.
Child,
That ain't gonna happen.
no. There's
That
a
ain't gonna
lot
happen.
of happen. Like I would want another modern day Lady Marmalade, but that ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen. Or another Boy Is Mine type record. That's never gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen either. Like
I could
some moments in history are just because like when those happen, like Boys Mind, Ladies Night, they didn't do it thinking it was going to be what it ended up being, like a classic. Like it was supposed to be like for the moment. I feel like if they tried to do it now, it would be so manufactured to redo that again, and it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
hold on, wait a minute. Really be said, when are you available? Your work schedule? Well, I don't know about Jamar's schedule, but I know tomorrow I work late. Unfortunately, I get off at 8 tomorrow. I get off at 6 Friday. So Friday will probably be better for me. What about you, Jamar?
Ooh, I mean, I could really do like were we talking like evening times?
Yeah.
Would it just all be evening times? I could
Mm-hmm.
do um what's today? Today's Wednesday, right?
Today Wednesday.
Yeah, either tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah. It's either
I
one.
know because are you guys both in the central time zone?
She's in Eastern time. I'm in Central. I think all of them are in Eastern time. I'm the only one that's not.
Ooh. Okay, so I'll be 3 hours behind.
Her, yeah.
So my Friday ending at like 5 o'clock when I would get off from work is like 8 o'clock her time.
Hmm.
So depending on when they try to do the the shit, I can get set up in time. But we'll work something out. You
She
know,
said
we'll
Friday works. She said Friday works for her.
Friday at what time? Because the
What
earliest for her is that I would be 8 o'clock for her. Because that'd be 5 o'clock for me.
time?
That's the earliest that I can. That's the earliest I can work with, honey. That I can ensure. Because I probably, depending on how the day goes, I might be able to start a little bit earlier, but I'm not going to promise that. And then shit
Mm.
hit the fan. Like last time, we had to postpone the show because
Ooh, you didn't know what was gonna go down. You
work
didn't.
was doing lots. There was a lot going on, and I was like, look, and it wasn't even so much work. I mean, it was work, but by the time I finished it, I would have had to have left and then come right into the stream, and I hadn't eaten anything all day, so I would have been up on here a grumpy ass bitch.
She said, "Does 9 her time work for you?" But it works for me.
At 6 o'clock, yes.
Okay, it works. It works for us because it's gonna be 8 my time anyway. So I've been at home already. So yeah, that'll work.
Mhm.
Got it really be. We'll be there. Just shift the link and
But just
all
let
that.
me know what's to do.
So yeah, and like even though K Michelle and Tamar would never do a song together, I really feel like She Can Have You could have been a good duet for both of them. I could see them, but it could be like one of them be the woman, the other one the side.
Who gonna be the
She,
side? Who's gonna voluntarily be the side?
hey, she has the attitude for that.
Hmm.
Like when I think about it, I can see. But we had something. We had something close to that with Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia with I'm His Only Woman or something like that on Jennifer's first album. We had something like that.
Is that a bonus track or something? I didn't know. I don't remember that song being on
Oh,
there.
they had a song. I'm His Only Woman. They had a record like that already. So you know, but it was just fighting over a man, pretty much.
What in the hell was I?
It's on
Child,
Jennifer's first album, so
that must
and
be a deluxe, girl, because I do not recall.
Missy Elliott and Jasmine Sullivan wrote that song too. So
Speaking of, where the hell is Jennifer, Jasmine Sullivan, child?
I don't know where she
She
is.
came out with that reality show. It was cute. I need to go back and listen to that again. I haven't listened to it in a while.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I gotta take this phone call. Let me mute myself for a minute. Hold on.
Oh look, what do you? Hold on. I feel like if I do this, maybe he'll leave me alone. Come here. So my child keep messing with me because I feel like he want to be in the camera. So y'all say hi to my child. This is Rufus. Because he been over here licking. He been over here chewing at his chew toy. He been doing everything over here next to my feet. And we have a whole ass bedroom that he can watch in and play and do whatever he want to do. But he has to do it right next to me. Okay? So I'm like, maybe he will leave himself alone because he likes, because I be babying him and he will sit here and fall asleep. Look, hands free. He will sit here and lay down and go to sleep. Can you let me finish my stream, please? He's an old man. Bye.
Okay, I'm back.
Mm. Okay. Let me pull up mine. Okay. So I think the next couple of quick topics before we get to the main gig. Kenya Moore is proposing that Vivica Fox join the Housewives of Atlanta. Thoughts and opinions? Go.
Um, so when it comes down to that, I feel like Vivica should do the show for entertainment purposes, but I feel like she probably would not want to do it because of her career. And I feel like Kenya is only looking out for what's best for the show because the show has been kind of weak for the last couple of seasons. Kenya and Vivica have a feud that goes all the way back to Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh,
And um, Vivica just spoke about Kenya on the little show that she got with Claudia Jordan. She basically said, fuck that bitch, she don't fuck with her, blah, blah, blah. So the animosity is still there. So for the show, it'll be good. But I don't know because Vivica probably ain't gonna want to do it. But I think that Kenya wants her on because it'll be good for the show. At least she's thinking about what's good for the show. Because they need something at this point. And
they
somebody.
do. The Housewives, I keep thinking like when it's about to start, I feel like, oh, I might just watch it again. But then I'm like, I never end up following through. I have not honestly seen a full episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta since the season 9 reunion. And they just finished, what, season 12?
Yeah.
It's been 3 years since I've watched an entire episode. I've seen clips, little segments here and there, but that's it. I need
Yeah,
something.
it's missing something. Like they need someone that either that or they just need to get rid of certain people and just add new people at this point because we've had the same cast for pretty much most of the time that we've been watching the show. And it's like how it's only so much you can squeeze out of them at this point. And from what I hear, um, the people that's returning this season so far that I know of is Kenya, Portia, and Candy. Those are the three that's confirmed. We don't know if Nini's going to return right now. It's up in the air. We don't know. I haven't heard nothing about Cynthia. I don't think she should come back at all. And
Cynthia's time has been long gone.
I don't know how she's been able to stay for this long, but I digress. I don't know about Nene. I don't know about Cynthia. Eva already announced that she was not coming back
Bye, girl.
because you didn't bring a damn thing. Um, don't know about Marlo. Don't know about Tanya, but we do know that Candy, Kenya, and Portia are all coming back. We do know that. Those three are coming back. And there have been also talks that they interview five new new people to possibly join the show. So yeah.
They're trying to campaign to get Phaedra to come back.
But they did do an interview with Phaedra the other day. She said that she's not interested in coming back right now. So that's also out of the water too. So I don't know.
Let's speak hypothetically if she were. Would you be happy or no?
No, I don't like her. I don't want to see her. I don't think she should come back.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
don't think, I feel like, unbiasedly speaking, I feel like if she came back, it'll basically be reigniting the whole feud of Candy versus Phaedra. And we would get the fallout of what happened with drug gate, rape gate, and all of that other stuff. We'll get that. Do I really want to see that 3 years later? Not really. But because I feel like we should have seen that season 10 right after it happened. But, I don't know. That would be entertaining for the show. It would shake up the show if she came back, especially between her and Candy. It'd get them both something to do.
I mean,
But
Kennedy's just on there making money.
that's really why she's there. And I think that's the only reason why they keep her is because she really is the only one that really be showing her businesses and everything that she got going on. She really the only one that got something going on. Portia got something going on too because she works for Dish Nation. She got a job, another job outside. So she, whatever. But and I would say that Nene got things going on, and I don't know what the fuck Kenya got going on besides her hair care line that I haven't seen,
I,
but
isn't she doing something with fitness?
I don't know. I don't know. And that brings me to Sheree because that delusional bitch had all the opportunities to turn this show into something else. Now, if anybody was going to do a workout video, it should have been her. She could have been in the fitness industry with this show. She could have made a workout
Because
DVD.
she got the body.
She got the body to do it. She could have had a workout DVD. She could have made clothes for fitness. She could have, did a
Lifestyle.
lot. Yeah, she could have been a lifestyle. That could have
Spring,
been her
summer.
joggers. That could have been her thing. That could have been her thing.
Fool on that. Okay.
That could have been her thing. Honestly, that could have been her thing. But she chose not to do that. She wanted to focus on Chateau Sheree. And she could have had Chateau Sheree up and running a long time ago had she used the platform for what she needed it. How the hell you gonna let Portia beat you at using the platform in something? She got the Dish Nation job. She's hosted the red carpet at the Emmys. Like she's done shit. Nene has done shit with this platform. Even Cynthia had some damn eyeglasses that I don't think nobody bought. She has something going on. Candy got business after business. Like if you're gonna come on a show like that, you gotta try to use that platform to do something that will get you money
Not just
outside of
be.
it.
Well, no, she was trying to sell that book, remember?
Did it ever come out?
I thought it didn't. Did it never came out?
I never heard of it being in nobody's store. See, the bitch focused on the wrong thing. You got a body. Why aren't you making a fitness DVD? Why aren't you in lifestyle? You should be doing that.
Wait, who made that fitness DVD that Phaedra was like involved with that either she didn't pay somebody or
Todd.
what happened?
Todd. Todd was a part of production for that. You don't remember that?
Oh, but it was Phaedra's DVD.
It was Paige's
Okay,
DVD, but he
that's what
was
I was
part
trying
of
to
production.
remember. I was gonna say whose DVD was that?
And at that time, Phaedra had no business doing no damn workout DVD. She didn't have the body for that. Sheree does. So why stupid? But um so I did speak unbiasedly when it came down to Phaedra coming back. Now me personally, I don't want to see the crowd back. I feel like she made up a megawatt lie. I know they all lie. This bitch been lying since she been on the show. But I feel like saying that somebody gonna drug somebody and rape them, that was a bit much. And if I was Kim,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to film with her either. So, but that's just me. You can go ahead.
that's true. I mean, I said it's not wrong, but just because of all the mess and the drama, I want to see the mess and the drama because the show has been so boring. It needs mess and drama.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna move on ahead. I don't know how long we're gonna spend on this particular topic, but in recent news, superstar actress Halle Berry has come under fire because she said that she was interested in playing the role of a trans man in a story. Now, this is such a loaded discussion. It's such a loaded discussion. Um, we as I'm trying to summarize it like this. We as LGBT people feel like there are too many of us who are in the field of acting or whatever it may be that have lived the experience that you're trying to portray on screen, but yet you're picking these hetero cis women and men to play us. You want them to play our experience. You want them to sell the character, but it just makes more sense to cast someone who has lived that experience. You know what
Right.
I mean? Halle Berry, as a cisgendered female, knows zero of what it's like to live the life of a trans man.
Right.
Why is she casted as a trans man? She's not even gay. The least you can be is gay. To have any sort of inkling as just like the prejudice and just the struggles of LGBT people in this country, period. Lesbian, gay, trans, whatever. Like, there's just a authenticity that gets lost by you casting people in these roles that they can't even, relate to. I mean, I know it's acting, I know you're supposed to become this character, but come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this part, and I don't want to ruffle no feathers when I say it, but I gotta say it anyway. It's like this: Halle Berry playing a trans, was it man?
Yeah.
Um, okay. Here's my thing with that. It would not be right for her to do that simply because if a trans woman wanted to play a woman in the movie, the people would be upset. They would be very
Hmm.
upset about a trans woman playing a natural born woman in a movie. They would be mad. They'll be like, they're imposing. They're trying to take everything away from naturally born black women. They're doing, you know what I'm saying? So if it's gonna be a trans role, there are trans actors and actresses out there. Let them have something to work with. Don't take that from the trans community, because if someone from the trans community wants to play a man or a woman, they would be mad about that. It'll be this. I mean, because they was already mad about Billy Porter playing the fairy godmother already. They was mad about that. They made a big to do about that. So I'm not necessarily giving Halle Berry no backlash because I don't give a fuck either way because I'm not getting a check. So I don't give a damn. But I don't think that she should play that type of role. Just let a trans person play it. Because again, if a trans woman came out and said, "Hi, I'm going to play the role of Kathy in the new Coming to America film," I know that's not a character's name in Kathy, I'm just saying. They'll be pissed off if they did that. It'll be so much uproar and it'll be so much, you know, going on with that. But just like I was sent in a text message, they let a trans woman play a woman in the Oranges and Laverne Cox played a real woman in the Oranges, the New Black. So at the same time, if we
No,
could
they
do
didn't.
that, it
No.
wasn't she didn't play a woman.
Mm-mm. They showed her like putting on the. They showed her like transitioning. They made it like a whole thing that she had a son that came in and saw her, and yeah, they casted her as who she was.
So she wasn't
Not
playing.
not in Orange is the New Black. Not anything else that she's done that might be true, but Orange is the New Black.
So she wasn't like a woman.
Mm-mm.
She
She
came
was
in
casted as a
like,
trans woman.
oh,
That was a part of her storyline in one of the seasons that she was a man once
okay.
before.
Mind you, I don't watch this show.
I
So
watched it
maybe
for the first couple of seasons. It was great, but
somebody sent me a text message as we're filming this, so I don't watch this show. Never watched a day in my life, so I don't know. But you know, if we're gonna have a bit, if we're gonna get mad at Billy Porter for playing the fairy godmother, then I don't see why people can't be mad at Halle Berry for trying to play a trans man. But that's how I feel.
yeah, and I, I mean, I know she apologized, and I think, well, I think it's because I mean, the fairy godmother is a fictional character. Like, there's actual trans people out. Like,
Mm.
nobody's living the fairy godmother experience. so so that's why it's like it's a little bit different for them to feel like, oh well, I'm like actually that whatever I'm sure like whatever role or background that trans man character had, like I'm sure there's an actual trans man out there like, hey, I've lived that, I know what that's actually like. I can portray that so much better as opposed to her trying to having to read. Can you imagine trying to like somebody that's a cis heterosexual black man researching us to play a black gay character? Like how like do you know how weird that would come off? Like what kind of nuances would be lost? Like he would probably throw around girl and shade and hunty all around the place.
But you know, it's kind of like how straight men be playing gay men, and you know, like I don't know. I honestly don't care that much. I mean, it's so all of this shit is acting roles, and all of this shit is fantasy. Some shit that somebody wrote. It's not real life. So I don't really care. I would have been interested in seeing how she played it though. Now that I would have been interested in seeing. But either way, I don't really give a damn. I don't.
Very
I,
much, very much.
I don't give a damn. Period. I don't.
So the last, or I guess the last segment of this, I want to get into, I guess, one of our main topics of this stream. So I talked to Scotty a couple weeks ago, or yeah, about a couple weeks ago, about a situation where I had someone who I believe to have at least been a good friend of mine. And they lived in a different city and they were coming to visit LA in an Airbnb with some friends for about a week. And leading up to the event, uh, they told me, that we were going to hang out, we were going to do this and that. And when they came in, I was like reaching out to them, trying to, pick a time where we could hang out, pick a day. and they practically avoided me. And long story short, I didn't hear from them the entire time that they were here in LA. Mind you, the Airbnb was 5 miles away from me. I have a car, they have a car. It's a 15-minute drive. And for 7 days, I heard nothing. So I wanted to talk about, because I had a similar situation with them before about them being negligent, as a friend. And I've realized now that I've had to set a boundary as to what kind of energy and what kind of people that I would allow in my life and in my space, because nobody deserves to be treated like that, to be completely honest with you. Nobody does. I was like on the phone with this man, like trying to tell him what kind of car insurance he should get or what kind of coverage he should get for his rental car in the city that he didn't even fuck around and visit me in. Like, that's the kind of motherfucker that I am. And for you to just completely disregard me after everything that I've tried to do, that all I've done is like be a good friend to you, is fucked up. So if y'all have anybody that's like in your lives that you are giving more than you're getting back, it's time to reevaluate. And I know if you're like me, if you're like a people pleaser, where you want people to be happy with you, you want to include everyone, you want to make everyone else happy. At some point, you have to be like, look, I deserve to be happy too.
Exactly.
Okay.
What it boils down to.
And you deserve to get the same energy that you put out to people. And if they don't return that energy, you have the right to say no. You have the right to cut their ass off. It might hurt. It might take you a while, because we're human and we're used to, feeling a certain way. I know, like, they bring a sort of comfort and familiarity with them being in there, but it's just like, think about how they really make you feel. Like, think about how they really make you feel. Is that something that you feel like you deserve? And
I feel I feel like I deserve the same treatment that I give a motherfucker. If I'm treating you good and I'm being a good friend to you and all this other stuff, and you're not doing the same thing for me, bitch, you need to go. It's no need for me to be, going above and beyond for anybody that isn't going above and beyond for me. And this is why I've become the way that I am at this point, because I just feel like it's unfair when people do that. Like, I feel like I don't, and I could be distant by nature. I'm a distant person by nature, especially just thank you really be it's just, for me, it's like I don't like one-sided relationships. Like, I don't like how people expect you to give so much into a relationship and they don't do the same thing for you. I think that that's not right. I think that people can sometimes expect so much from you because you give so much, so they expect you to give a lot. But bitch, if you're not giving anything, why do I need to keep doing it? You gotta match my energy at the same time. You gotta
Hello.
match it, bitch. If I'm giving you all of this love and affection and all of this stuff, because people love to say that I don't care about people, or people love to say that emotionally distant, or which is true, or
Uh,
I'm very nonchalant about things, or I'm insensitive, which also may be true. But at the same time, that doesn't make me not be a good friend. I could be insensitive, I could be all those things you say I am, but I'm still a good friend to people at the same point in time. And I still give my all to people, even to people that don't fucking deserve it. I still give it to them. And that's always been me. That's a big flaw in my life. Giving people things that they don't fucking deserve.
I,
And if
I
you
I do it all the time, and it's
and if
because
I don't do it for me, then why do I need to do it for you? Like, for what?
when I ask myself why do I do it, I feel like I do it because if I made a mistake, or if I messed up or made someone unhappy or did something unintentionally, I would want someone to give me grace. I would want someone to give me a second opportunity to sort of make up and make amends. So that's why I give them that space. But the thing is, I've given them that space already more than once. So, and it's like I'm giving y'all like the really diluted, watered down version of when I'm like pretty much over it. When I was pissed, I called Scotty, was like, look, bitch, I got things to talk, I got things to talk about, and I need to know if I'm crazy. Because I could
Right.
be crazy. I could be crazy. I could be emotional. I could be in my feelings and blind to the bullshit. I don't think I was.
You weren't. You weren't. You know, I would have told you if you were overreacting, but you
And
weren't. You
I try to be fair. I didn't want it to be biased to make it seem like I'm just not, giving the full story. Like this is the story that I understand it to be.
right.
And from what I understand, you were here for 7 days. Said that you were definitely going to hang out. And the last time I heard from you, you came here on a Wednesday and you left out on a Wednesday. And the last time I heard from you was a Friday. And so you were here Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, nothing.
It's sad to me. It's sad, and then when they do shit, and people do shit like that to you, it's some people that don't even think that they were wrong for doing it. It's like people feel like they can treat you any kind of way, and you're supposed to accept it. But then again, it could be your fault, not talking about your situation, but it could be your fault because you've accepted it for so long. So they
Mm-hmm.
keep expecting you to accept the bullshit that they give you. And when you decide that you're not going to accept it anymore, then it's a problem. It's like it's a problem now. Oh, because I'm not accepting your bullshit no more, then it's an issue. Okay. Then it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
an issue, bitch. That's what it's gonna be. Cause like I have a cousin. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna get too far into this shit. Let me just say that I got a cousin that I've always looked out for, that I've always had their back, always was there for them whenever they needed me to do something for them. They got into a situation that landed them in a wheelchair. And my thing about this situation is that if I'm always here for you, I'm not saying that you got to give me some special treatment or that you got to bow down to me or you got to kiss my feet. They're pretty to kiss, but I don't need you to kiss them. My thing about it is for you to treat me a certain type of way that's only gonna like if I've always been down for you, always been there for you, always been doing this, always been doing it, always looking out for you, always being the person that you need that I need that you need me to be. Just because you disagree with me, that means you have to dismiss me. That's not right. And when it come down to it, when I decide that I don't want to fuck with you no more, don't get upset. Think about what you've done. Because when I
And then,
don't talk to you, if I don't talk to you for a while or at all, it's never for no reason. It's never for no reason. If I decide that I don't want to deal with you no more, it's because of you. That's what I need for people to understand. It's because of you. Like, there's nothing that nobody can tell me about you to make me want to turn on you. It's just like with Jamar. When he told me about a specific person a long time ago, and he tried to warn me about a specific person a long time ago, I'm not even gonna, you know,
yeah,
my
yeah,
friend, but I decided that I will wait and see for myself. There's nothing that nobody can tell me about a person. Just like this last guy that I dated, two of my friends told me about this person. They said that this person just wasn't right for me. They're used, they're this, they that. I didn't listen to nothing. I listened to what they said, but I still decided to go on and do what I wanted to do. But I learned my lesson at the end. I had to fall and bust my ass like five different places before I really just realized what they said was the truth. But you know, It just goes back to what I said. There's nothing that nobody can say to me that's gonna make me turn on you. If I don't fuck with you no more, it ain't because of what somebody told me. It's because of what the fuck you did.
I see it for
So don't
myself.
get mad at me when I don't want to fuck with you no more.
And sometimes that's what it takes. Like people will tell you, but unless you see it for yourself, like it's not gonna click. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell people, like that situation you talked about, I'll tell you, and you do with it with what you will. But I just want you to kind of just keep that in the back of your mind. Just be on the lookout. I might be crazy, but I'm just telling you what I see. I'm
Right.
just telling you what I see.
Exactly. And but what kills me with people is that they do shit to you and they want to tell you how mad you're supposed to be. Like, how you gonna do something to me and tell me I'm not supposed to be that upset about it? Who the fuck are you to tell me how mad I'm supposed to be about anything? I'm just trying to understand it. How are you gonna tell me how mad I'm supposed to be? You shouldn't have been that deceitful. Maybe I wouldn't be that upset. Did you think about that? You know what I'm saying? So bitches out of their mind. You can't fuck over good people, and then when they turn cold on your ass, you want to be mad. But like this bitch I just got through talking about, they may not know that I don't fuck with them right now. Oh, but they're gonna find out. The time is coming.
I want to say like the what I just posted in my story earlier, and I felt like it definitely applies here. It says that trusting you was my decision,
Right.
okay, but proving me wrong was your choice. Let me
Mm.
say that again. Trusting you was my decision. Proving me wrong was your choice. Can I
Well,
get
amen.
And that's true, but you know what? Some lessons really do have to be learned the hard way because I feel like I should have done this a long time ago, but because of me still looking through rose-colored glasses,
I hate that
really,
time.
you really just shut them, just smash the rose-colored glasses, look through your eyeballs.
You know why I hate that term rose colored glasses? I can't stand to hear that.
Why?
Because my friends love to say that that's how I look at people with rose colored glasses. You're always looking at people with rose colored glasses. You're always, it's not that I'm looking at people with rose colored glasses. Like, I feel like I should make my own decision on how I'm going to deal with people. Just because you see something a certain way doesn't mean I don't see it. So how am I supposed to go along with what you're saying if I don't see what you see right now?
And your experience of a person may be completely different than my experience of that same person. That could just
That's
be two of y'all.
yeah, that frustrates me sometimes. It's kind of like um I come across like I'm being naive or I come across like I'm being gullible or something like that. It's not that I'm being gullible. It's just that I can only go by what a person is showing me. If I don't see any malice in what they're doing, then just because you said that you see malice in what they're doing, it doesn't mean that I'm going to see it that way. I don't see it the same way because they're not doing anything to me at that moment. Now, later on down the line, I'll probably see it, but at that moment, I don't see it. And people really get mad with me because I don't see shit sometimes the way they see it. I don't. I'm an Aquarius to my soul. I beat to my own drum a lot of the times, and sometimes it can be it can be annoying to people. Sometimes it's like I purposely go against the grain, which I don't. But I don't think of things the same way as other people do. Like people can be looking at a person and be like, "Oh, that bitch ain't shit. She ain't no good." And I'd be the only one like, maybe that's not really the case. That's not really what it is. But then, and I get cool with that person. But They're not doing anything to me, so how am I supposed to know that they ain't shit? I ain't gonna know till they start doing some ain't shit to me. You gotta just let me, you gotta let me bump my head a few times for me to understand. It's just that I try to see the good in everybody, because that's I don't want nobody to be prejudging me off of what somebody
Mhm.
said. You know what I mean? Like I don't want nobody to prejudge me, because people do prejudge me a lot. Because when they first meet me, I don't say too much. They think I'm a bitch. They think I'm stuck. I'm not stuck up. I don't know you, so I'm just sitting back observing you. That's it. I'm not.
I think that's usually how we both take the approach to life. Because I'm traditionally like reserved in new spaces until I kind of get the vibe of who do I connect with here, where do I sort of fit in this space, like, and then you kind of feel more comfortable. I think I want to say everybody's like that, or majority of people are like
Mm-hmm.
that. But
So
I'm glad that that worked. I'm glad that that got out because it took a long. I was so mentally disturbed, and
I want to know.
I think I was just like hurt by like, wow, why me? What did I do to you? I don't know.
Since I keep seeing comments about my teeth, let me say something else about these teeth of mine. Cause see, it's funny, and I said this at the beginning of the broadcast. It's funny because you niggas that I used to date, now that I done got my teeth fixed, now y'all in my text messages, and now y'all liking photos and shit. Now that I done got my teeth fixed, what's up with that? I'm the same damn person. What's up with that? Even my ex boyfriend, the last one, the trifling. I'm not going there, but he texts me from a different number. I did not get to tell you this, Jamar. He texts me from a different number. I didn't even recognize that number. He texts me from a number talking about congratulating me, talking about congrats on your new smile. I know you were always insecure about that, and I'm glad you did something to get what you wanted.
Tell me you
I
didn't lie.
I did reply. I'm not even gonna be cold. I just said thanks. I appreciate it. And that's it. My first mind said don't respond. But see, my second mind said, you're trying to be a better person. You're trying not to be so mean. You're trying not
I
to
mean,
hold grudges.
yeah. When someone says nice things, you can say thank you.
That's all I said. They said you're welcome and with a smiley emoji behind it. And I didn't say anything back. I didn't say
Because
nothing
that's
back.
it.
Yeah, 'cause there's
You
nothing
said
else
a
to be
nice
said.
thing. I appreciate you saying a nice thing, and you said you're welcome to having that nice thing. The interaction is
It's nothing else to be said at this point. There's nothing else to be said at this point. So what else do I need to say to you besides thank you? It ain't nothing else to be said. But see, he been trying to hold a conversation with me for the last week, and I won't give him no conversation because it's kind of like this. Why?
no, no. I haven't.
Right, right. Like why? Why even try? Because when I first went to the dentist, um, he he did first of all he DM'd me. He followed me again on Snap and DM'd me. Where you been, stranger?
The hell away from you.
You're dead. Like you're a whole corpse in these streets to me. So why you? And then he like, oh my God, you must still don't fuck with me. I don't.
Duh.
At least you know that I don't fuck with you.
So
I don't.
why are you acting surprised? If you know everything that I know, why are you acting surprised?
The same way he acts like he ain't did shit to me. Like I don't even understand why he thinks that we need to have a conversation about anything because we don't. It ain't nothing else to talk about. Go over there with your nigga. Go over there with your nigga.
Because you
Like, I don't.
surely didn't have no problem being over there with him when we was together.
Yeah, I don't even understand why. And you're following my little brother on Instagram. Why are you following him again?
So we can
He,
look at pictures that post again.
why? He follows me on Instagram. I don't follow him back though, but he follows me.
I don't know.
Why are you following my brother? My brother didn't even get a chance to meet you. Please don't go a step further and add my mama on Facebook because she ain't gonna add you back now. Just like my
Girl,
brother didn't follow you back. So fuck out of here. You're done. Whew. These girls, these exes, they kill me. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. And none of my friends like you, so don't try to add them either.
I,
My cousins don't like you either, so don't add them either. And if you were added, they all blocked you, so don't even bother.
not just unfriended, blocked.
Blocked. Okay, blocked. But that's like Jamar. Have you ever had an ex like that? Like they treated you like shit, and after it's over, they think they can just come back and be BFFs and be cool with you and all that other stuff. It's like you're gonna have to catch me. Like it has to be a cold day in hell for me to ever talk to you again.
My first one at the time did some foul shit, and then when I finally let go of his ass, called me crying, saying they want to be back together. You were the only one that really loved me. They give a fuck about me.
Um,
You're right.
so now
You're correct.
after you done played the field, you realize that I'm the only one that really loves your stinking ugly
You are
ass.
correct. I
Oh,
was
okay.
the only
Ah,
one. Yes.
oh, okay. Mm,
Past tense
mm,
was.
mm. Okay.
So now that you've realized that, I hope you've learned, and maybe going forward, you won't make that mistake again. I
Mm.
wish you luck. I wish you good fortune.
That's
And
why I
that's
shared
it.
that post. That's why I shared that post on Facebook today. I don't know if you saw, but it said your ex is probably in a toxic relationship right now, thinking about you. I shared it. Oh well.
He still reaches out to me from time to time.
Like it's just funny to me. These be the same people that really didn't want you in the first place, but now that they see you moving on with your life or see you doing good things within your life, they want to come back. It's like,
People will treat you however you allow them to treat you. Once you start actively putting your foot down, that's why we talked about these boundaries. Once you start setting that, and they feel like, oh, he's serious. Oh, I can't fuck around no more. But usually by then it's too late. So
you don't have a chance in hell of having a conversation with me. You don't have a chance in hell of being in my presence. If you are in my presence, stop breathing. Get an
we're
oxygen
about to breathe
tank.
the same air.
Get an oxygen tank. You can't breathe the same air I breathe. You just cannot. No. Like, get a ventilator. You can't breathe the same air that I breathe. Period. You
We just
can't.
deserve. We have to treat, like we put these other people on like such high pedestals. We call them. We try to make sure they're okay. We feed so much energy into them, and we don't be feeding half of that energy into ourselves.
Exactly.
It's time to
Like,
yourself, baby.
and it's like people be thinking I'm being mean, but the moment you hear me say, if somebody asks me about somebody that I used to date, that I fell out, that we stopped dating on bad terms, or a friend that I fell out with on bad terms, if somebody asks me about them, I'll be like, who is that? Or if I don't say who is that, I'll be like, I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but I don't know who that person is.
Sorry to this man.
Exactly. That's what I say. And people be like, oh, you so mean. I'm not being mean, bitch. I'm looking out for myself. You can't keep fucking me over and think I'm supposed to just forgive your ass. Or you can't keep treating me a certain kind of way and think that it's supposed to be all G. It ain't that. This ain't that type of party, bitch. I done seen too much, been through too much. By the age of 31 years old, and you cannot keep treating me like that. It's just not gonna work. I done let people walk all over me, treat me all kinds of ways in my 20s, my 30s. It ain't gonna fucking happen no more. Like I'm done. I'm done, people. I'm done,
And
people.
if that just means that my ass has to be single as a motherfucking dollar bill for the rest of my days, then so be it, child.
If I just
Because
gotta be single, and
it is what it is.
that's just what it's gonna be then. Like
Being in a
you,
toxic relationship just for the hell of saying you in a relationship is worse. Shit.
yeah, it is. Like, and
You
then
got all
you know.
the pain of being single.
But then people be single shaming people like us. Like, that's why you ain't got no man and all this other shit. But a lot of these people that be saying that shit who got some men, they wish they didn't have the same man they bragging about.
Look, I can go to sleep at night and no, ain't nobody cheating on me. Can you do the same?
Hmm. Can't cheat on myself.
Right. I can't cheat on nobody. I can't no with nobody. Y'all
Exactly.
be insecure about your relationship. Shit, y'all be looking at who pictures they done liked.
Right. And you know what? That's something else I don't care about. In a relationship, if you like somebody's pictures, I don't care about that type of stuff.
Cause I like all kind of pictures.
Right. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't. There's certain things in a relationship that most people would give a fuck about that I really don't care about. Like, I
I mean,
don't
it is
care
about
about,
that's a communication thing, but then it's just like I don't know. Each relationship is
like,
different.
the liking of the pictures, I don't care about. Or, say, for instance, I don't go through people's phones. I don't feel the need to go through people's phones. A Nico Fox just put that shit in there. Are you jealous of Portia and Phaedra because they got a man? That's what some troll comes up in here and say. She's repeating what the troll be saying. That shit is so
Sure.
fucking hilarious. She
Look,
repeating what the troll say.
neither one of them halfway got a man them damn selves.
That that shit used to be so funny when that guy came in because he was a Portia and Phaedra fan. And he would come in every fucking live I would do and say some shit like, "Are you jealous of Portia and Phaedra because they got a man or because you can't keep one?" Phaedra couldn't keep her husband, and Portia got a man that got every fucking bitch that he ever fucked tatted on him. So it's kind of like, what do you mean?
And they was on the brink of divorce anyway, so it's just like
Yeah, it's like why we single shaming people? Like why we always want to say that's why you ain't got no man? Don't you think we're happy not to have one? Now sometimes it gets lonely. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, being single does kind of get lonely sometimes. But at the same time, it's like I'm
there
not
are
restricted.
benefits.
Yeah, you don't have to answer to nobody. You can go wherever the fuck you want to without informing anybody. You don't have to
Consider
think
nobody.
you don't have to think about anybody's feelings. You don't have to think about shit. You can just come and go as you please. You ain't gotta let nobody know what the fuck you doing. You know what I mean? That's the perks of being single. But when you're in a relationship, if you're going somewhere, well, look, I'm going here. I'm gonna be with these people. I'm gonna be these people are gonna be there. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'll be back at home by a certain amount of time. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna call you when I get home. Blah, blah, blah. You know all that. You gotta be mindful of other people's feelings. You gotta, so even with the things you post on Facebook, you can't even post certain things. Like even like when you're in a relationship, like say for instance, you know for a fact I love K Michelle and Keisha Cole. And you know for a fact that most of their songs are male bashing songs. Now if I post a song from if I say I'm listening to Keisha Cole, Let It Go, and I'm saying if he ain't gonna love you the way he should, then let it go. Somebody gonna say, y'all must be having problems in y'all relationship. Scotty must be going through some child. You saw that Keisha Cole say, like, that does not mean I'm going through anything, bitch. I just like the song.
It's just, I don't know. People just be, because the only way people have any real insight on anybody's relationship is the things that they post on their social media. So they're looking to look at like subtweets or anything that they can give them like some inclination of what's going on.
Exactly. Now, sometimes, if I'm going through something in a relationship and I don't want to put my business out there, I will post some lyrics to a song. I will now because I when I was going through the last relationship right at the time I knew it was coming to an end, I posted a status and it was lyrics to a Keisha Cole song. And the lyrics was sometimes I feel like there's no getting through to you, like you don't appreciate all that I do. You gotta show me that you want me to stay, don't turn and walk away. And then the last line was, baby, I'm slowly falling out of love with you. That was the Keisha Cole song, was called Falling Out. And that song was true to my spirit. Keisha was singing to my spirit at the time. I'm gonna listen to that song when I get off here too. But that song was speaking to my spirit. Thank you, Courtney. That's my one of my good friends up here, Courtney. Thank you, Courtney. Um, it was like that song spoke to me. That song spoke to me. And after we broke up, Brandy's Tomorrow. Woo!
You know what? You know, that reminds me. I want to talk about like the songs that have like personified my feelings at the time that like really spoke to me. And I feel like I bring this one song up every live. But when that situation that happened with that I'm trying to bring up the boundaries, literally Tony Braxton's 7 days, it was literal. It was literal. 7 whole days. And not a word from me.
From you.
I still haven't heard from him.
You probably won't.
So, and then again, I'm gonna promote this song as long as I can. Brandy's True. And then, even though Scotty don't like me to talk about this song, I do talk about K Michelle's "I Don't Like Me" very
Oh,
often.
my cousin Reggie talks about that song.
I go there because I'm like, well, like all that I can see is that he's prettier than me. Damn, I wish I had his body.
Ugh. I got to be low to listen to that song.
It
I got to be low to listen to that. Like for real, for real.
and I'll tell you another one. Even though it's not necessarily like a relationship specific song, there's a song on Janet Jackson's album Unbreakable called After You Fall. And it kind of just it's like a repeated the chorus is like, who's gonna be there after you fall? Who's gonna be there throughout it all? It's kind of like you're the pillar in like all your relationships, all your friendships, but when you fall, who gonna be there to support you?
Right.
Who gonna be there to catch you?
Well, since we're talking about, since we just snuck the topics of songs and shit in here about what be, what songs come to mind. Like, first of all, I'm really mad at K Michelle right now because why didn't All Monsters Are Human come out when the breakup was fresh? But then again, it's 2 months fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it did come out when it was fresh. Okay. So there's a couple of songs on there that I wish was out while I was with them because that song, All the Lovers, and she's like, I'm not single, but I'm lonely. Ugh! That's how I felt. Oh God. Ugh. Or
I will never forget her for not giving me a music video for that song.
blame Rona for that because she was gonna put a video out for it. Blame Rona for that because
Bitch, you can still do it. I don't care. Do it.
um, what other song? Because Kate, that's another
Oh,
thing. Kate has a lot of songs that I relate to. Like, I don't know if you ever heard this because this was on her the whole over EP right before Rebellion Soul. It's a song called A Million Hearts. And I love that song. Oh my God. Or that Anybody Wanna Buy a Heart album has a lot of songs that I
Whole
relate
thing, I mean, hard to do.
to. Miss You Goodbye, Cry.
Oh,
That's
cry
another
is when you are drinking, you are petty, you
yes.
are in a state of anger and resentment. That is cry.
Maybe I should call. That's another one.
Maybe I
Um,
should call is again drinking, probably making a bad decision to text somebody that you have no business text. That was me Friday because I had been drinking and doing some other stuff. And by the time I left, I was like resurging those feelings of anger and frustration. I was about to cuss this boy out. But I was like, nope, nope, we're not about to do that. We're not about to take us because I.
right.
Mm,
And then on Rebellious Soul, Ride Out is the way I feel right now about my ex boyfriend. That's how I feel right now. Ride Out. You gonna be mad when another nigga show up and show out? Yes, he's gonna be extra mad if another nigga show up and show out. Then, is there any songs on the People I Used to Know album that I related to? Oh yes, Make This Song Cry. That's how I feel right now.
um,
Crazy Like You. That's another one.
personal. Oh well, I wish I did, but because I wish I could relate to Brain on Love. Like I I understand from an outside looking in perspective of like Kim K. Um, let me think. Like a song that for me, I feel like I just for the most part understood the perspective through her eyes, not necessarily my own. At least off the top
Right.
of my head.
I know that he hates this album, but on more issues than Vogue,
Next.
the songs that I can relate to, I can definitely relate to Not a Little Bit right now. I definitely can relate to that. And I can relate to Time. There was a song that's on More Issues Than Vogue that when I was in love, not with the ex that I just broke up with, no. But the one that was let's just say I'm not gonna say his name. My friends that's in here probably know who I'm talking about, but I'm just gonna call him Jay. And there's a song on the album called All I Got. And that was my theme song to him. So sometimes if I listen to that song, it takes me back to that time frame where I was so in love with him, and that was like the first guy that I ever posted on my social media that I was proud to post on my social media, all that other stuff. And that's it. Now Mary got a lot of shit I can relate to. Like
Um.
Mary has a lot.
Okay. From.
Indestructible should be the first one you name.
True, but again, I'm thinking Mary is. I haven't gotten, of course, as in depth as you have, but I'm still like the songs that I think of offhand. Like "Not Gonna Cry," sure, but like one of my favorite songs is still "Be Without You," but I can't really relate to it right now because I ain't got nobody that I want to be without. You know, I don't want to be without.
Right.
Or I could use "Just Fine."
Mm.
Or I could be petty and use "I Am." But
I would use that one.
because girl, it's the only song from that album we can use. And like, like
Enough
it's,
crying.
huh?
You remember that song, Enough Crying, the one where she was rapping in it? She had the alter ego Brooklyn,
That was on the
the
breakthrough.
breakthrough. The breakthrough.
I wait. Oh, shit. I don't remember the melody right now, but I have heard the song.
You need to go back.
I haven't listened to that entire album in a very long time.
Really? Well, to be honest, I haven't either. Like as of late, I listen to My Life. Of course, is My Life is always gonna be the number one Mary album for me. But it's really been My Life. What's the
Ooh,
411
My
and
Life versus Share My World, which is
Share My World. Those are the three I've been listening to a lot for the last couple of months, especially Share My World. So yeah. And Share My World includes Not Gonna Cry, Love Is All We Need, I Can Love You with Lil Kim, Everything, 7 Days. Ooh, Mary, just and my life is all about KC. So when I was dealing with my breakup, my life all the way through, every single song. You know what? You know what we haven't done? You know,
what?
we did top 5 songs that shaped our childhood. We didn't do the albums yet. And I think it's because we had the guest appearance the last 2 times.
Albums that shaped the childhood, like entire
Yeah, yeah,
bodies
because
of
yeah,
work.
yeah, because you said on the next one that we did, we were supposed to because we did the 5 songs first. And you said the next video that we did, we was gonna do the 5 albums, but we didn't do them because Ashley Miller was on that time, the next one, and then your
Mm.
friend, my friend, was on the one that we did last week. So since it's both of us on here, if you can think off the top of your head, what's like the 5 albums that shaped your childhood? That you
See, I won't. This won't be accurate only because there's
moment.
very few. I didn't start like getting into like projects in its entirety until like mid 2000s. Like I knew songs, but I didn't. When I was younger, didn't really care about the project as a whole. Like I can tell you, like when I went back to the songs that I knew and then went back to the projects, that's how I knew I loved Tony Braxton's debut so much. So I could talk about, the ones that shaped my childhood, just because the albums had a majority of a lot of the songs from my childhood on it. And then I went back as an adult and sort of finished it. Does that make sense? So
Um,
that would be the perspective I'll be looking from. And off the top of my head, definitely Tony Braxton's debut album, Destiny's Child, Writings on the Wall, um, yeah, TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool.
that's definitely one of mine.
Let's see, what else shaped my childhood? What else comes to mind in my childhood? Technically, Whitney Houston's Whitney album. I need a last one. What will be the last album that made me think of my childhood? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me think of like the male R&B category. It's really not my childhood. I'll say my adolescence, but Usher's Confessions.
Okay, that's that's fair. Okay. Um, for me, this is also hard. It's also hard for me. I'm gonna do it in segments. I'm gonna go from early childhood to middle school to high school, if that makes sense. So, if I'm gonna start out with my early childhood, I would honestly say that TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool is one because my mother was a big fan of TLC. Um, a big fan of TLC, might I add, a huge fan of TLC. Um, so I'm gonna say that the second one would probably be Mary J. Blige's What's the 411? Because again, my mother was a big Mary fan growing up. A lot of these albums from my childhood really come from my mom. My mom was a big music head. So,
That's where Whitney came from for mine.
yeah,
She
and
was a
see, my
big
mother,
Whitney and Tina Turner.
I remember days where my mom would be cleaning up on a Saturday and she'd be pulling out her CDs. You know, everybody had like those big ass radios. They had like the 6 disc. changing things and go.
Damn.
And my mother would have, if it wasn't for, like, she'll have TLC, Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac, and another one. Let me just round it off. Who would be the sixth person she'll probably have in there? Maybe who else would it have been? I want to say Salt and Pepper or Aaron Hall. It's probably one of those. Or no, R. Kelly, the 12 play album, because she had that. Because she loved
Ooh,
his of Sadie by the Spinners. She loved it.
bitch. 12 play and the Chocolate Factory.
Right. It sucks that he did what he did.
Damn, damn, damn.
But those are the first two. Mary J was 401, TLC Crazy Sex 2. Um, SWBs is about time. Um, what's the other two? Shit, all three of those come from my early childhood. God damn. Um, what else did I name? This is so hard. I don't know why I asked to do this tonight. It's so hard.
I mean, because
Um,
I had to think about like teenager, early teenage, preteen, like when I was
but
somewhat paying attention.
right, but see, I got three albums already, and they all come from my early childhood because I remember that shit plain as day. The last two, I think, should go to my teenage years, and Destiny Fulfilled is one. That's probably one of my favorite albums as a teenager, and it's like a toss up with Confessions because that was one, and Alicia Keys' The Diary of Alicia Keys and Beyonce's Dangerously in Love. But if I gotta pick one out of the three, it'll be Beyonce's Dangerously in Love. I would say that. I would say that.
Honorary
And
mention to, especially like Alicia's like My Boo and Diary.
yeah, but I cannot believe that I didn't mention Monica's After the Storm because that was also one that shaped up my teenage years, and um Ashanti's Chapter Two obviously was
Oh,
one
baby.
that shaped up my childhood. And Maya's Mood Ring. There's a lot of them. It's like
Sophisticated
just
lady.
right, right. It's a lot.
Ooh,
So it's hard. It's hard.
honorary mention again. Tamia's More.
You know what? I never listened to any of her albums in full. I can honestly admit that.
Bitch.
I never listened to
Tamia. Mm, I have recommendations for you. I would start with the debut. The debut is great.
okay.
Like it got you put a move in my heart. It got the original So Into You,
Hmm.
Imagination. She did there's a Falling for You. I can't remember that sample song that they use on there. I will play it for you when we go backstage. It's great. Very
Okay.
nice R&B
I
love.
listened to Mia's albums in full. I have never listened to her albums in full.
But More,
Even though Still was is probably one of my favorite Tamia songs.
it's on
Still.
More.
It
That's on
is.
More.
Um, and
Officially Missing You, Still So Into You, all of that is on More.
questions. I did like questions too. I love questions. And I know these songs are not on more. I think these songs that I'm about to name comes off the album, I think after it. And I love Almost and Can't Get Enough. I love those two songs. And Me. Because I thought she was singing about a woman at first. But she was singing about a damn.
um, I've kind of been like all over Tamia's discography, to be honest. I recently, I think I talked about revisited her debut that I don't think I've heard in full, and I really enjoyed that.
But I
Or,
think
huh?
I think I said this too before. I think I said this when we were live, and I think I said it on the Yes God round table the last time we did it. Mariah Carey is another artist that's popular, but I've never listened to any of her albums in full
Oh
ever.
yeah, we did, and that's when I told the cats and me out to listen to her latest one, Caution, which is really really good. I
I
mean,
only
I
listened to her.
haven't gotten through her entire discography yet. It's a lot.
Yeah, the only one that I've listened to in full was Emancipation. That's the only one that I've ever bought from her
Fair.
too.
That's a
That's the
great
only.
start.
That's the only one. That's the only one.
In full, Emancipation, Caution, Mia and Mariah, The Elusive Chanteuse, Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel. I recently went through E=MC². I didn't care for it as a whole. There
Hmm.
were some moments on there, but as a whole, not my favorite. I was trying to get through Charm Bracelet, but I didn't finish it. But everybody talks about. I try to go to the ones that everybody talks about. But I'll just have to get through them on my own time. But yes,
I
Tamia
tried. I tried to
debut.
listen to
Who?
Glitter, the one that everybody
Oh,
hates.
I don't think I got to that one either.
I tried. I tried to.
I try to give everybody a chance. But yeah, Tamia's like really like Love Life. Tamia's Love Life. I have to put Love Life on its shelf somewhere, just like in a capsule, in a time capsule, to when I actually have a man. Then I can enjoy the song that she talks about because she goes like she sings about Grant Hill like he is just the best thing that's ever happened to her, and I just can't relate. It sounds amazing.
Listen, I didn't know you was into Tamia like that. For real, I never
To
did.
me, it's everything. She has like a wedding song on her latest album that flopped, but it was still great. Um, y'all check out Tamia's Passion Like Fire. There's a song on there called Today I Do. When I tell you that she sings her pussy off, and
But we
it's
all
literally like a wedding song. It is. We're gonna. I'm playing all these songs for you when we get off of here.
I'm about
I'm
to
playing you Falling for You, and I'm playing you Today I Do.
I'm about to say, I know you're not going to play them while we on live, so they
Oh
can get.
no, I know how YouTube work. That's why I know we need to wrap this up.
I'm surprised. I did not know you listened to me like that. But you know, Tamia and Deborah Cox are two artists that can sing their ass off, but I have never listened to their full work before. I've never listened to, but Deborah Cox is like a hit and miss for me though.
Deborah Cox. In my mind, whenever I just think of Deborah Cox, I just think of her as like the Whitney impersonator. And I know she's talented, but I just don't know her original stuff.
You never heard of Nobody's Supposed to Be Here?
Oh well, yeah. But see, you know what? I probably have heard it, but I didn't know it was her.
If anybody thinks about Deborah Cox, that's probably the first song and probably the only song that they'll think about if they're not like music heads and they don't really know her like that. That's probably the one song they'll probably know because she has a lot of other songs, but I've just never been like with her. She's a great singer, but I've never been a fan of her like that. Like I do like Nobody's Supposed to Be Here, and I do like We Can't Be Friends. But other than that, I don't really care for anything else that she's done.
Wait a minute. Uh, fuck. If I can find this version of, I want to say it was that song. Ooh, shit. Because one of my friends performed the hell out of a version of that song, and it was nasty. I need to find which one it was, damn it. Because when I had to look that up, I was like, bitch, what version is that? Who is that? I need to find that now. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I need to find that. Let me see. Was this? I'm so dead ass because I need to find out what version that is. I wish I fucking favorited it. I'm so mad I didn't get it when I had the chance. But I'm gonna find it though. Sure will. But I know I can't play good freaking music on damn YouTube because they won't be on that
I
bullshit.
just hate hating like that, just snatching shit off. I don't like it.
But it is what it is. But
Right. Most definitely. Like whatever.
okay. Anything else from you?
I think that's it.
We going about 2.5 hours already at this point.
We always put ourselves on a time cap. We always say we're only gonna do an hour and 30 minutes, but we wind up doing 2 hours. Cause when we was on there with Ashley, damn, we was almost on there for 3 fucking hours.
Well, when guest hosts come on, it's different because we want to give them like a full, you know, time.
Especially people that we are acquainted with and people that we know because we go way back with Ashley. Like we go way.
Right, right.
People, you know what? Before we go, we just gotta explain it to people because people don't realize that how we go way back with people in the Black YouTube circle because it's pretty much been the same people for a long time that we go back with. Like, I know that I've met new people recently, like Terrence and Teddy and Really Be TV and Ebby Reviews and the Cats Meow Yes Bitch TV. Like I just met them months ago and I love them to death. Like I love them just as much as I love the people that we're about to talk about now. Because when we came up together, it was the same group of people and still we still fuck with them to this day. Because I remember Much Love was the first person that I kind of said something to because my wives had came out and we did a video about it. We both did videos and we got posted on VH1 blog, and that's how she found me. And Much Love was the auntie to everybody. Everybody loved. You know what, Jamar? Do you agree with me when I say that YouTube back then was so much better than it is today?
Yes, that's when YouTube was interesting. It was
What?
less drama. It was less competitive. Like we all literally talked about the exact same episode, and we always made sure to like record our own episodes. So we don't, and we would watch everybody else's, but we wanted to do our own before we watch somebody else's and get like influenced by what they had to say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we all met each other. Like we all would watch each other's stuff and try to see like what other people had to say about stuff. That's when it was fun.
Yeah, they would shout each other out. Like, I remember when I first saw Bounty Blue video. Like, that was amazing. That was funny. Like, she was going to fuck in on, what's it, Stevie J? That was for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She was going to fuck in on Stevie J and Mimi. It was fucking hilarious. And I shouted her out, and then she started doing the same thing. And then, it just went from there. You know what I'm saying? So, it was an honor for both of us to have Ashley on that night. Like it wasn't awkward. We went straight into it. Like we just spoke to Ashley days. Like we just hung out with her or something like that. Like it went straight in like that. Like it was. We didn't miss a beat at all. So I don't know who we're gonna have next time. I know there's a couple of people that said they wouldn't mind doing it. Like I know Much Love said she wouldn't mind doing it. But I don't know what we would talk about though. We'll figure it out though. But I
Wicked. That
know,
it won't be hard.
yeah, cause
Well,
she'll listen. Especially if we doing one on hot topics. Can you see her coming in, giving her opinion? That shit would be
I just hope
so.
it has something to do with Wendy, so I can just see her read. I'm still bookmarking the video. That's when she talked about Melania comparing her to Michelle Obama, and she called her like a fucking horse. You fucking no neck bitch. You look this bitch casket ready.
Oh my god! I
It's
wish I would have saw it. I know
it's still
for a
there.
fact
It's still there. Please go watch it. It's so
I am. Trust me. I know that Much Love is one person. Is one of the people that we want to bring on here. We already did something. It wasn't a Prelude episode, but we did something with Missy Mouse and Kevin already, and of course Terrence. But before we go, Jamar and I discussed this maybe in a playful way before we went live, and I think we're gonna do it. I don't know when we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. It will be an after dark that we're gonna do. And I already said who I think should be a part of it and things of that nature. I don't know what the title. I guess it'll be Prelude After Dark. I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Prelude After Dark. We're gonna talk about like sex and relationships and stuff like that because I have a lot of situations that I can talk about. A lot of bad sex stories. A lot of good sex
I
stories.
have horrid.
So we're gonna get that together. I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna do it. That could be something me and Jamar talk about when we go backstage too. 'Cause a lot of the times when we do go backstage, we talk about the next
Mm.
episode, or we're gonna do next, and all that other stuff. So it'd be nice if we had Candy on here too.
I talked to Candy today.
What is she doing? Cause I ain't seen her. She ain't did no videos in forever.
No, she's. I mean, she went on live on Facebook not too long ago, and she just talked about how just YouTube is just not the same how it used to be.
It's
So
not.
I don't blame her.
So she's just done with videos
I
altogether.
mean, for now, she said she might consider bringing back like Sweet Solutions, but other than that,
The
mm,
last time I saw a video of hers was when she brought Skittles back. And when I tell you, I was so amped up. I was so amped up about that. I'm like, yes, she got Skittles back. Cause to be honest, Candy did her thing, holding down the show by herself after that. She did. But it just wasn't the same without Skittles to me.
well, see,
It was like,
I wasn't watching her when she had Skittles, so it didn't make no difference to me.
yeah, but see, they balanced each other out. It's kind of like it's kind of like when they talk about us. They say we balance each other out because I'm the loud, boisterous one, and you're the chill, relaxed one. And it's kind of like Candy was the loud and boisterous one, and Skittle was the more relaxed, chill one. It's the same thing. They had the same type of chemistry back then, and I used to love. I watched them. The very first video that I ever saw of them, it was titled "Lil Me Shit and Pickles." That's the first video. They talking about some girl would smell like shit and pickles. That's a nasty combination. I don't want to smell that at all. However, that's what she was talking about. And it was funny as hell. That was one of the funniest videos I have ever seen in my life.
The first video of hers I watched was when she was at the sweet greet and announced that she was pregnant with Jacob.
Yeah, I remember that too. But that was like that was fresh from the breakup of her and Skittles. Like that was
Mhm.
like a few months after that.
That's why like it's
So
been 10 years.
right. Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
it used to be, I used to go from okay, I'm gonna watch Kevin McHale first. Then I'm mosey over here to Candy and Skittles. Then I'm gonna turn this way and go watch Brian B. Then I'm gonna come over here and watch Cadillac Kimberly. Then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna watch like I don't know. And then it was Quadir too. I was watching him as well, and it was spoken reasons I was watching him too.
There's a
And
lot of it's like none of those people are around anymore because the platform sucks.
yeah, they censoring us. They, ugh, I don't want to talk about it. Ugh.
So that's another
But it was,
topic.
but that should be. You know what? We should talk about that. Um, we could have Ashley back on for that, and we could probably ask because StreamYard now allows 10 people to go live now. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we go backstage. I have a lot of ideas in my head right now, but. With that being said, y'all, I guess this is the end. I see we had a great show tonight. We peaked at 45 people being in here, so that's a good thing. We did hold y'all attention. Um, as you always know, we never know what day the next prelude is gonna be. It all falls on Jamar ass and me. I ain't gonna say just Jamar, but you know,
But damn.
by the weekend, we know when we're gonna do it and how we're gonna do it. So basically, what we're gonna do after we get off here, we're probably gonna discuss the next one and what we're gonna do with it, and if it's gonna be a guest or not. But yeah, I had fun doing this today. I did.
This was
This
great.
show.
You never know what's gonna be like going in, but
Right. You never know now. You never know. You never know. Thank you for everybody that was watching. I'm gonna let Jamar say his final tidbits as well. I'm not gonna take over. Go ahead.
okay, so you can follow me on all of my social media. That's JAMAR84, except for TikTok, which is Jamar840. Amen. Again, that's Jamar84, JAMAR84. That's YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
And that's it, okay? So to the next episode of the Prelude with Scotty and Jamar. We will see you guys later, okay? Be on the lookout because like I said, we'll know when the next episode comes by the weekend. So and of course we'll be promoting it. So we're about to get up out of here. We're gonna discuss the next upcoming shows of the Prelude. And we'll talk to y'all later. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye. Boop. Okay.
Are we still on?
Child, turn the bitch off.